Okay, guys and gals, about 10 seconds of the obligatory disclaimer. If you want to read the whole thing, just pause the video. Okay, everybody, let's take a look at the S&P 500. These are the E-mini S&P 500 Index Futures March 2022 contracts, /ES. We're looking at the daily chart. I talked about this yesterday when I thought that coming into January 13th approximately on this cycle low right here, that we would see prices come down. Well, they definitely came down 2 sessions ago, or I should say 1 session ago. This is a new session that just started right here. And yesterday I said, what are we going to get just prices tracking along to 50, which looks like that's what's happening right now? Or will it break below? Because both are, a sign of at least some degree of weakness. All right, we tracked sideways after we busted up, 60, 70 points here, whatever it was, all-time new highs. Okay, then we tracked sideways, and then we came back down to the 50, okay? If you can't see that this is a manipulated market, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it came down and touched perfectly at the 50 today. Give me a break. It's like, give me a break. The old manipulated market, it's old already. To be honest with you, I find it boring. Lots of money to be made, but predictable and boring. But in any case, like I said yesterday, be aware of 113. And then out here is like February 3rd-ish. So maybe like February 1st through or 2nd through like the 8th. Yeah, you want to keep an eye on that area right there, right? And nothing's changed. I mean, I see that there's a little bit of weakness going on here. Short-term indicators on the Big Daddy looking like it might want to come up. A little bit of room left in this, maybe, perhaps. Okay. So at least for the moment, looks like prices are just kind of sitting on the 50. Now, whether or not they break below that, we'll have to see. But regardless of what this does for the next few days, I still think there's going to be weakness coming into the middle of January. Okay, let's look at the weekly. We're going to keep this very simple today, guys, because there's really not much has not changed since yesterday. And this is exactly the same as yesterday. Other than the fact that, let me switch over to the other drawing set, which is the weekly. Right, I think if I remember right, it's the 16th. Yeah, January 16th. So I don't know if the 16th falls on a weekend or not. It doesn't really matter. The point being, as I said yesterday, the same thing applies today. The picture hasn't changed. 113 on the daily, 116 on the weekly. Okay, so that's for me is a, again, middle of January looks, like we'd see a degree of weakness. Let's look at the monthly here. The monthly, that one is way out in June. So that's June 30th of 2022 for this big old monthly cycle. So nothing really to talk about there. But on these indicators, there is divergence galore. Okay, divergence galore in the monthly chart, guys, and it hasn't gone away, and it's still there. And I suspect we will see price decline. Hasn't happened yet, but long-term monthly chart looks like price decline is in the future. Okay, so I do expect to see the S&P 500 at some point come back down and touch the 50-month. Okay, whatever. However it happens, this will come back down and touch this 50. Okay, will it be within, this is 1 full year, by the way, right here. This right in here, this whole area here is 1 full year, right? Will it come down and touch this 50 in 2022? I don't know, we'll see. But it's going to happen. And right now that stands to be 1,500 points. So I said this, last week or week and a half or 2 weeks ago, Christmas, New Year's, on the Christmas and New Year's break, and even before that, I said expect to see the stock market come down 1,000 points. And I think that's being conservative. Only question is when. Okay, because it's going to happen. And it's getting more and more likely as time goes forward. Because this divergence hasn't gone away. And this is beginning to now look like it's basically leveled off. Okay, it's no longer going this way. Okay, yeah, so maybe not tomorrow, next week, or even next month we're going to see a 1,000-point decline, but it's coming. Guaranteed. Now, as I switch over to the hourly for the premium members, which, by the way, I had a premium member say, I think it was yesterday or the day before, he said, did I have a crystal ball because I nailed the hourly chart on one of the cycles? Because, believe it or not, I also do cycles for the hourly. Okay? You see this drawing set down here? It's got hourly on there. Okay? So if you want access to the hourly to see what I think's happening on shorter time frames, $5.99. Take advantage of it. Why? Because it's a really good deal. Okay? It's cheaper than the price of pizza. And I kept it that so that everybody could afford it. Right? And then Google steals about 30% of it off the top. So I don't even get the $5.99. Yeah, I love Google, who actively works to unsubscribe my subscribers and blah, blah, blah. And I could go on and on and on about how bad Google and YouTube are. They are horrible. And I can attest to that. I don't care what anybody says. Google and YouTube are the worst. They have the biggest platform where everybody comes to watch videos. But let me tell you something. They are definitely not friendly to your average YouTube content creator. They just aren't. That's all there is to say about it. Especially those that tend to lean conservative. Right, they're on the bad boy list. All right, anyway, enough of that. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. And don't forget to click that little bell to be notified of all the videos as they come out.